Okay, hi. So we are going to talk about Aquarius. And last time I talked about Pisces. It's a very alternative way of looking at zodiac signs, and it's not really, not necessarily characteristics and the personalities. This is more of a elemental, essential energy associated with that sign, and how we can use that potential energy into our day-to-day life. It's not about, just whether you are Pisces person or Aquarius person or something like that. No, is this the energy that is available um, all around us, and how to tap into that energy and use it for our own growth, for our own um, yes, for our own growth. So last time I talked about Pisces. So Pisces, we talked about, if you have heard of it, if you have seen this video, you would know we talked about unseen. We talked about presence of absence. We talked about um, emptiness without being empty, without void. So it's like a lot of counter what in our mind based world. It sounds very mm, counterintuitive, it sounds very contradictory, but that is the essence of Pisces. So I will attach that, I will put the link below, so if you want to go and hear that. So what happened, Pisces is the state um, where it holds the true potential of creativity, which is without form, without structure, without anything. Because in the true potential of creativity, in the true potential, a true sense of presence, they don't need structure. It doesn't need a formation in order to hold something within, because it's just so balanced that it can be spread out, it can be without, it can be without any um, form, and still hold the integrity of the form. So that's why Pisces is like, like nowhere at the same time, everywhere. It's the omnipresence, that word. So when, but that, in order to exist, that is like a true like it's like a pool of creativity, but what to do with that creativity? So when anything that will come out of the creativity, it will exist, and it will exist in the world that is somewhat tangible. So that's what Aquarius comes from. Aquarius comes after Pisces. So my understanding of the way I'm looking at zodiac signs, it doesn't start with Aries. It starts with Pisces. I don't like to scratch that word starts. It begins with Pisces, and then it kind of goes, but it's a cyclic, it's a cyclic nature. So but it begins with Pisces, because that's where all the potential of creativity starts. Anything that, a creativity here is the energy of birthing energy. Birth anything that we create, anything that we give birth through, have the potential of creative energy, the true sense of creative energy. So after that, it's like, um the Aquarius comes. That's why Aquarius calls rebellious. It calls that, black sheep of the family, those kind of like person who's like a ET kind. Like, why we say all this? Because it's starting something. It's starting something. That doesn't mean that it has all the tricks and all the knowledge to really um, develop something which is for ultimate perfection, which works. That's not Aquarius is. Aquarius is not about perfection. Aquarius is about creating something. Aquarius is something that coming out of some state and designating itself with a sense of state, sense of being. That's what Aquarius is. So, as per the mythology, like so, like let's say there is like this abyss of existence. Hold on. Oh my god, I closed my eyes and I saw like two eyes. I don't know what, maybe just after, what is that, post reflection or something that happens behind your retina. Um, I don't know, but I really saw two eyes. Very ET kind. Interesting. So yeah. So what happened when it just this abyss of absence, and then there is like then it says that the earth was created with a centrifugal force. So it's like this vastness of absence, presence of absence, and there is something, it starts spinning, but spinning not in a like a rotation kind. That's why the new science also tells that earth is, it's not like just rotating like this, it's rotating like it's like a vortex. It's like a vortex, a momentum. It's like a centrifugal force, so it's always never the same state, because vortex is not just rotating on the same plane, it's always changing the layer of timeline. That's how the earth is, the energy of earth is. So when Aquarius come out of this abyss of creativity and create something tangible, so it created from this centrifugal force. So when that abyss, this absence of presence, the presence of absence went through this centrifugal force, it created sky and earth as per the mythology. So Aquarius became the god of sky and the Capricorn became the god of earth. And so that's why they both are ruled by Saturn. Later on, Aquarius got the ruler of Uranus, and Capricorn was the Saturn, the traditional one. The Uranus was the, okay, I'm gonna break free and start something new, this and that. I'm not gonna be just presence of absence, but I want to be something. There is this sense of being that we always associate with Aries, but that is different kind of being. But Aquarius is just a raw being. I'm just gonna go against the flow, go against the current, go against the presence, and I want to create something, I want to be something. That's what Aquarius is. So so there is definitely this force of vortex that is there with Aquarian energy, and not only just Aquarian energy, it's also very much rooted in earth energy, because the same vortex created earth and sky, right? Okay. So when Aquarius, just think about it. So Aquarius became declare itself like the god, like Uranus declare itself um, god of sky. But sky is what? It's either air or nothing. Like after, I think, I don't know which, after which sphere, there is no air. There is no air in the cosmos. There is no air in the galaxies. There is Pisces, that's like plasma, but there is no, like, sky is like it doesn't, it can it can be, air is a element of being, but can anything be created in air? Think about this. This is a very interesting question that people have been asking. Like when people talk about ET, when people talk about alien and like other dimensional existence, initially they thought they come from cosmos, they come from sky. But lately they have thinking like maybe they are coming from water, because sky, air cannot really, mm, the way we understand life, it cannot create life. It can support life because air has the electricity. Air has the, well, I don't know how to call it. Air has the potential. Air, I don't know. This language is so new that we don't even know how to name all these things. It's like air is, the omnipresence of air holds intellect. It can nurture life, it can support life through intelligence, through wisdom, through vision, but it does not hold the necessary material, let's say, to support life, to create life. It can support life once it is created. So Aquarius, so how does that, what does that tell about Aquarius or the archetype of Aquarius? So Aquarius is good with ideas, but when Aquarius try to create things only based on ideas, it creates unsustainable things. So meaning that, in mythology, I forgot the name of the gods over there, um who created like the god of sky, who created lots of actually devils, because what was happening, they were creating only using the sky, which is air. So they did not know, and it did not create something very which can bring goodness and wellness, overall wellness to humanity, or to not just humanity but to life. So that's why the symbol of Aquarius, it says aqua in the name of Aquarius, meaning it's like, it's not that Aquarius has aqua, is the, they need to remind themselves, because Aquarius is a, that's why Aquarius and Scorpio both are very karmic sign. We're gonna now talk about like why Aquarius called karmic. What is that? If you're creating something very new from beginning, if you are beginning something creativity, then how Aquarius one of the most karmic sign? Because Aquarius need to remember all the time, because what they did in the beginning, in the, as per the mythology, in the beginning of the creation, Aquarius created because out of, oh, I'm the Aquarius is also very stubborn. I don't know, many people don't talk about how stubborn Aquarius is. Aquarius has this understanding, I know the best, because they think intelligence, they prioritize intelligence so much that they sometimes, if they're not evolved, they don't understand the importance of nature. And that really, this wholeness of Aquarius wisdom with the importance of nature comes together in the sign of Taurus. Before, it's like if the Aquarius, they always think that mind is, they prioritize mind so much that they really do not understand the principle of nature and principle of life itself. That's why Aquarius sign is like the one person is like pouring water, is like constant remind that understanding the necessity or the importance of water equivalence to nurturing, water equivalence to life, understanding that how to combine wisdom and bring that wisdom into nature, into soil, into earth, into water, in order to really cultivate life. That will be, because Aquarius is very collective sign, right? Aquarius really wants to do good for humanity, but they are so caught up in their idea of intelligence that if they're not evolved, if they do not combine the principle of nature and how nature exists, how creativity um, take place, if they do not understand the nuance of creativity, they can fall into creating something which can actually destroy humanity that they care for. Like really think about it, like what, when we think about Aquarius in now in this day and age, it's like we talk about what, like space shift, we talk about time traveling, we talk about what, like eternity, like like all these avatar, like those kind of, like something supernatural. But at those, those things are not working, those things are not working. Yes, people are living maybe what, like in 1950s people used to die, or what, like six at the age of 60s maybe, or now we are living at 80. I think that's the average age. But most of the people like, they are just full of pills, they're living like zombie, it's like all plastic. So, yes, there is a technical advancement, but technicality doesn't go with the principle of nature. So, when you talk about Aquarius, we always, you will hear that Aquarius good with technology, Aquarius good with science, like I don't know, all this kind of high, like I don't know, like high tech things. But that's not what Aquarius is. That's like a very um that's what in the mythology, when the god of Aquarius, Uranus, I think there is other people, I forgot. Then I'm very bad with, I remember the story, but I'm very bad with names. But anyway, um those people, like they created, but what they created bunch of devils. They created something that will ultimately destroy the humanity. Look where we came, like where we are. Like we call it progress, yes, some way, yes, but it's actually destroying our earth. We created plastic, we created so much technology, we created so much of 5G, 4G, I don't know, all this kind of vibration signaling, Wi-Fi, like so much going on that now our health is under threat. So much so that people are trying to go find a home up in the mountain or somewhere deep in the forest, because we cannot really live in the city anymore, because it's constantly buzzing. If you're sensitive to sound, if you're sensitive to like like air pollution, smell. We cannot really live in this prosperous city that this technology and so-called Aquarian energy is creating. Because what's happening, majority of the Aquarius creation does not integrating the principle of nature. They're creating on earth without understanding earth. I'm not saying that all these people are Aquarius who are creating. Of course, we all are creating, right? We all are part of this. But I'm saying the Aquarian energy. But whenever we create something to break out of the loop, to break out of the grid, without concerning, without, unevolved Aquarius, without concerning the principle of nature, we're creating something that's actually going to destroy us. Like, look what like nuclear bomb did and can do. Yes, it's a progress, but what it actually can do, it can only destroy. Nuclear bomb doesn't have the power to create, but it is a revolutionary idea. Yes. So Aquarius is mostly about this idea, without knowing earth, because Aquarius is the first sign after Pisces. Pisces is non-existence, existence of non-existence. It's a Pisces is all about duality. So after that, Aquarius is coming, ruled by Saturn, which is like very, very grounded. Like traditionally, it is ruled by Saturn. That's why they gave it to Uranus, which is like, I don't follow any rules. Uranus doesn't understand what Saturn does, because Saturn is the one of the oldest planet, and they have learned the nature of life. And then um Uranus is like, okay, I'm gonna break free from my authoritative father, but I really don't know. I have an idea how to create, I have a zeal, I have a confidence. That's why it's opposite to Leo. On the axis to Leo, it's like confidence. Aquarius is very confident people. If you have a lot of Aquarius, if you vibe with Aquarius energy, you have a lot of confidence within on your intelligence. You have confidence on your intelligence, you believe in yourself, you feel that you are very smart. You are. If we are vibing with Aquarius energy, we are. But we have to remember what you don't have. Air cannot create life. Can you name any living organism that has a material existence and also was birthed in in air? I don't think there is any. So that's the thing. That's the theme with Aquarius. It's about creativity. It's about break free. It's about revolutionary ideas. But it's also about remembering the nature of creativity. That's why in our new age Aquarius, the way we are going right now, if you really, I don't know where you are in your journey, but in my journey, I see, when I see future, I don't see the way science fiction movies are portraying future. It's like zombie everywhere, robots everywhere, everything is taken over by robots. Even though currently where the scenario, the life we are living, it it gives that kind of notion that everything is going that way. Like in New York, they even have a like literally like robot serving subways, like sandwiches or something, I don't know. And then there is one in install in Times Square. All these things, there is so much of robotic engineering and this and that going on, but ultimately that's not the future, because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. So the Aquarius true future, that the way Aquarius envisioning the evolved Aquarius, we are getting into the evolved Aquarian energy. And in that evolved Aquarian energy, we are understanding the importance of life. That's why you can see that many people like you, like me, like many people are getting into the nature. We are getting into permaculture, we are getting into preserving nature, because we are understanding that plastic cannot give breathing. Plastic cannot provide vitality. So anything that is eliminated, that is removed from the natural principle, it's non-sustainable. And robotic is not natural. So no matter how hyped it gets, no matter how much all these big corporations try to push it for their own benefits, but that's not the future. Because evolved Aquarian gonna take place in is already taking place. The control over breaking out of the old paradigm and creating something new. And they understand the future is the past, because there is no past and future. In order to we are realizing that in order to evolve, we need to go back. In order to go forward, we need to go back. And there is no linear timeline. There is, in the verbiage we use, because we don't have better verbiage, because we live in a world that is so constrained with linear timeline that it's very hard to come up with a different kind of word until we really create this new earth. And we are all cumulatively creating this new earth, which is like understanding nature, understanding we can only create something by using what we have. And if we destroy what we have, even though let's say we already created something, which with what we have, that's what we are doing. We are using our resources and we are creating something, and then we are actually destroying our resources. It's like once you create, you are destroying your where you come from. So that's what you're doing when you are using too much of like non-sustainable way of like natural resources. That means you are creating what you came from, you are destroying that. There is no place to go back. So we are destroying our coming back home concept. but this but now we are understanding that we cannot do that. We cannot destroy what we are made of, right? We need to nurture, we need to cultivate, we need to preserve the nature, because everything is coming out of that concept. Even the robot and all this kind of virtual, like let's say the virtual thing, anything that sounds like non-natural, unnatural, it's actually came from the concept of nature. You understanding what I'm trying to say? It's like robotics, it did not come out of a thin air. It came from human brain to create something that sounds like us, or maybe even evolve version of us, with all this information and all that. So we are creating something that, but we are nature. We are nature. So when we are creating robots, that's not natural, but it's coming from the essence of nature. And then we are destroying what is coming from, then what is left with, what we are left with. So that's what Aquarian energy can do. It can actually, the intention is good, that I wanna, because the idea is good, because it's all air element, right? It's all air element. So air element, is a very intellectually very charged. But because Aquarius is the first sign, it doesn't know most of the time how to integrate nature, because it hasn't learned. It's like a baby, like it hasn't learned how to farm. It hasn't learned how to reserve water, all these kind of things that will actually save these natural resources. So yeah, I mean, that's and it, like Aquarius is bringing revolution. If you really think about and look at our world around, it's bringing revolution by integrating idea, intelligence with substance, with understanding earth, understanding. So it's not just, oh, we are going to go in the space. What are you going to do in the space? Even if you go, like, let's say we all go to somewhere, if you don't know how to use nature, we're always going to find ourselves dry and hungry. No matter where we go, we feel like, okay, now earth is all this and that, let's go to somewhere else. But it's all here, baby. It's like, so that's what Aquarian energy is, in my understanding. So how we can use this energy, anytime, no matter, you don't have to be a rocket scientist in order to really use Aquarian energy. Anytime, whenever we feel that we need to break away from old something that does not support us. It could be family structure, it could be educational, like, any kind. You don't like the way universities are sharing their information, you don't like the government, how they're distributing or how they're taxing people, anything, or you don't like how you interact with water and how you swim, you want to learn something more natural, something more fluid and free flowing. Anytime you feel like that you are restricted by something or someone or some kind of structure, and you want to try something new which feels much more organic and natural to you, we can use this Aquarian energy. Because Aquarian energy, nothing has this, no other zodiac sign has that determination to break away from something which doesn't work for one growth. Aquarius is really about being, just being. I want to be. I want to be original. I want to be me. I want to be everything that my potential is asking me to be. So Aquarius is very authentic sign. Anytime we feel the need to be authentic in our life, we can use this Aquarian energy. But then when you get into this Aquarian energy, and if you're only thinking about from the point of view of mind, then know that anything that doesn't have mind, body, and soul combination is not sustainable. So if you are only creating something from the sense of intelligence, it's not going to be sustainable. No matter how much people say, oh my god, it's a brilliant idea. Yes, idea is different than actually creating a life out of it. If something coming from only body, which means that survival, like how I'm going to survive is with this and that, then it lacks vision. Then it will lack soul, which is love. So anything that doesn't come together with this three form, mind, body, soul, is actually not sustainable. And anything that we are going to create in sustainable which is not sustainable, even though in the beginning it may feel like authentic ideas and like a groundbreaking thing and all that thing. That's why most of the time Aquarius comes with, if you see all these people who are visionaries and everything, they most of the time have Aquarian energy. But if you really think about this, those ideas, the people who actually made those idea and transform into into something that is sustainable in the form of, in the nature that we're living in, it, you will find more like other people. Either Aries is doing it, or Taurus is doing it, or Gemini is doing it, like those kind of people. Is because, yeah, so we can use Aquarian energy to break away from something, but at the same time always remember that Aquarian energy is not self-sufficient if it is only residing within the paradigm of intelligence. It has to come down from the sky, come down on earth, and understand how earth works, how to mix intelligence with nature, how to combine wisdom with will. Like those kind of combination, it happens way back in the zodiac sign. It happens in Aries, it happens in Taurus, which we feel the beginning of the sign, but they are much more evolved in this kind of combination, like how to combine. They're like alchemists, how to combine. But Aquarius is very much like breakthrough ideas. But only with Aquarian energy we won't be able to ground those ideas in a way that will be, in a long run, a, bring good result to humanity. Think about all this, like all these things that we feel like progress, it's actually destroying humanity. We spend so much money on spaceship and this and that, but what is actually doing? When we go to later sign, we will know that we have the ability to time travel, space travel, and do jump, and like going through different dimension to understand the wholeness of existence. And we don't need spaceship. Our mind is so powerful, we can do that. It's just a matter of bringing, combining our wisdom and intelligence and make it work in a way that can our body can understand. And that's what Aquarius doesn't understand, because it's just the beginning, it's just a baby of the zodiac. We call Aries the baby of the zodiac, but it's Aquarius who is baby of the zodiac. Look at all the, they have a lot of good ideas, they have a lot of courage, they are very stubborn, and my way or highway kind of way, because they really believe in their intelligence, because they are very intelligent. Aquarius energies are very very um very very, like it's pregnant with busting ideas and revolutionary ideas. But they are not really true creator who can create something which can be ultimately benefit humankind, not just humankind, just overall everybody, every species. mm, yeah, so remember the you know the water sign of Aquarius is just the, it's a constant reminding Aquarius that bring it back to the earth, bring it back to life, bring it, come down from the sky, and understand the materiality, understand the nuance of nature. Thank you. We're gonna talk about next Capricorn soon.